Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and also YouTube. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, or on YouTube, just search at Tom and Dan Live.
We've got brand new merch at tomanddan.com.
What?
We've got 2 new t-shirts.
Yes,
We've got a Tom and Dan hat.
We do.
The independent logo hat. We've got a cooling towel.
We do.
I need that.
Which I could
please
have
buy
used.
those. Please buy the cooling towels.
As my sons were burning alive on our boat,
Only thing that saved him.
Yeah.
I was
No,
wearing
you didn't have them. You didn't have them.
You didn't bring them?
No.
I didn't get any.
No, we didn't
Oh
get
my
it. I don't even
God.
have the new hat.
We'll get them soon. And
Yeah, we'll
then
get 'em.
Sam used the
Beachnik sand
yeah.
beverage holder
We've
while
been
I was
calling
on my
it
beach day.
a beach butt plug.
Yeah, I call it a
Oh,
B plug.
okay.
A drink plug.
Yeah.
It's a
They
D.
work.
It's a D plug. That's what we should call
It's
it.
nice to keep the sand off your drinks, or you can put your
Yeah.
phone in there or
Yeah.
anything else, your keys.
Or you can put it on your genitals and stab holes in your drywall if you want to.
Also, we have sales going on. That we're trying to get rid of old merchandise.
Did you have to check to make sure the sale was still going
Well,
on? Is that what you're doing?
Eric told me, he's like, it ends someday.
It ends whenever it
It
ends.
ends someday.
No,
What
he
it
told
ends.
me-
He for
just-
sure told you.
He was just telling me it ends up.
Listen, you idiot, it ends when it ends.
Also, we have that
Alright,
T&D logo pattern tumbler. How are those selling?
No, not
Oh,
good.
okay.
Not.
Oh, yeah,
Good.
I
Keeps,
forgot
keeps
about
your drinks
those.
cold during the summer.
I bet my life on those tumblers, and I lost.
I
Oof.
forgot. What day is it ending?
Bucket hat? Bucket hat?
I'll put it to you this way, Sam. Maisie not going to be able to get in the old Valencia if we don't sell those. We got to sell
Oh, the
those.
sale will end this Saturday.
What?
All right.
There you go.
But
Sale
we'll,
in
July
Saturday.
29th.
but we'll put it
Yeah.
up again.
Sale in Saturday unless you didn't get what you wanted, in which case
Yeah.
I will extend the sale.
Yeah.
Then just complain about it
And
on
we'll go-
Facebook and we'll extend
Okay,
it.
hold on. I know how to
Yeah.
get
We'll
the
still have
I know
the
how to do
stuff.
it. No, don't
It'll
say
go
that.
on sale again.
Don't
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
no.
For cheaper.
Stop. This is a
If
going
you
out
wait,
of business.
it'll
Sell me
really
once,
be
shame
cheaper.
on
No,
me.
it's a going out of business sale.
Okay,
Everything
yes.
must go.
Yes.
This is a liquidation.
Blowout.
We're
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
a
yeah.
liquidation blowout.
Yeah.
Get it while you can. And everything is as is. So if you get a straw hat and the patch is a little crooked, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You have to keep it
As is.
as is.
All right. So,
B plugs.
Sam, tell us about Carlee Russell.
Carlee Russell. That's a Gossip Girl. No, who's Carlee Russell?
Oh,
The
that's Felicity.
Felicity. That's-
Different Carrie,
Oh.
spelled differently. This is Carlee.
Carlee?
Russell.
Carlee?
Carlee Russell.
She's a woman in Alabama. I'm surprised. See, I was gone for a week, and this bombarded all of my.
We don't do anything when you're gone. We just sit.
Yeah.
I was like, where's Sam?
All of my news feeds
Yeah.
was all about this story and everybody trying to follow it, which, it was quite the ride. So originally on July 13th, this woman called 911 and said that she saw a toddler walking on the side of the highway.
All right. Is this out in the middle of nowhere type of deal?
It's a highway in
Okay.
Alabama,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yes, I guess we could say that.
Okay.
So she calls 911, lets them know, and then she's like basically saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna follow this kid, and I'm gonna try and make sure they're okay and they don't run out into the highway, right?"
Okay.
So she hangs up with 911 and tells them that's what she's doing. Then she calls a family member, and she lets them know what she's doing. I guess just to keep people in the loop in case maybe she gets hit on the side of the highway or something,
Hey, I'm
right?
following a kid.
Well, then the phone line, it stays on. They hear a scream. The family member hears a scream. The phone doesn't hang up, but then they can't contact Carlee anymore. They don't hear anything else from her. So finally, the cops and the EMTs show up. They don't find any toddler. They don't find Carlee. Her car is there. I believe her door was still open. Her phone was there. Her wig was off and on the ground.
She took her wig off?
Well, somebody took her wig off, right? Because it looks nefarious. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no
Oh,
Carlee,
maybe-
there's no toddler.
Maybe she ran real fast in that move where your
Right.
wig falls off.
Yeah, but she doesn't have her phone or keys
no
or
phone,
anything.
no wig, door open on car.
And she is now missing. And
Oh.
now we got all the people that are like, we got to find this woman.
You gotta swab the wig.
They're
Swab the wig for DNA.
They're looking. They should. They're looking on the traffic cams and stuff, and everyone's like, they got no other calls about that they saw a toddler on the side of the road.
You know those traffic cams are so good you can see the wig. That's how
can.
good
You
they
can
are.
see it fly
They're
off.
so good. They're so good.
Yeah, so complete mystery.
Complete mystery. And
Okay.
nobody's heard from her. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. There's a search for people are spreading it all over social media. They're raising money for the searches.
We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop using social media to help people.
Did they use?
It's got to be used for only bad.
Did they do that move where there's a line of people, some sheriff, some volunteer?
Oh, yeah,
where
with
they
sticks.
sweep.
Hey, they
With
sweep.
sticks,
the-
yeah.
I've
the
always
woods.
wanted to be a part of one of those.
Yeah, wood
secretly.
sweep.
I've always secretly wanted. I don't want to find the body. I don't want to find the child.
But you just want to.
I know. I'm
I
so
just-
afraid I'm gonna find a body.
No,
one
no,
day.
you won't. Odds are you won't be the one that finds
know.
it. But I kind of want to do it.
I just
You
want
tie
to.
a bandana around your neck, and then you huff and you puff a lot to make it look like you're actually doing something.
I just want to drink coffee in the morning under a sheriff's tent.
Yeah.
And then
I don't
small
even
talk
wanna do
with the other
sweep.
volunteers.
You're right. I just show up for the coffee, and then like, all right, guys, you're time for the sweep. All right, you guys, good luck.
Then I leave.
Good
yeah.
luck. I'm going home.
So, they're searching for. Everyone's got their theories. All these different things, and then 49 hours later,
Ooh.
from when the last person talked to her, she
Okay.
shows back up at her parents' house. She's knocking on the
I thought you were
door.
going to say at the Sausage Castle, Mike Busey's Sausage Castle. She showed back up.
And the family lets the police know, hey, she's returned. She seems like she's very traumatized.
She's shaken.
She's been fighting for her life. Like, she'll tell her story when she's ready, that kind of thing. So they're like, let's
Jamie
give her some
Foxx.
space.
Give her space.
You
None
know,
of your
and
business.
then we'll take a statement from her in the next couple days or whatever. But remember that her cell phone was left at the quote-unquote scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they had already been going through her phone to try and maybe track down where she could possibly be, if someone had texted her.
Sure.
Who knows if she was kidnapped, whatever.
Right.
Or,
Yeah,
and she Googled some interesting things the days before she disappeared.
The old Google search. It
Yeah,
gets everybody
every
now.
single time she
You gotta stop
Googled
Googling on your own phone,
She
guys. Or if you
Googled-
do, don't leave your phone at the scene.
Tom and Dan, D-plug, beverage holder.
So she basically, she Googled if you have to pay for an Amber Alert.
All right.
Oh, okay. It's like pulling a fire alarm. Make sure you don't have to pay for it. Like, I'm not going to pull this unless I'm not on the hook for anything. If I pull this fire alarm at Mellow Mushroom, I better not get charged $500 when they show up.
She searched online for the Birmingham bus station and information on bus tickets. She searched for information on how to take money out of a cash register without being caught. And she also looked up the movie Taken.
All right.
Oh, wow.
She looked up how to take money out of a cash register without
Yes,
getting
because
caught?
there is some alleged accusations that before she left her job at the spa that she did steal money from her job.
Not the spa.
At the spa.
Anything but the spa
You would think that just being there at the business
is
would give you more hints about how to steal the money than
Right.
looking around. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is the real mental
You know
illness.
the people. You know the business.
Yeah, is the real mental illness in this country fame?
I don't think that's what this was.
Is she doing
So-
this just
No,
so
I don't
she
think
can...
that's what this was. Well, here's her story that she told the cops.
Okay,
right?
yeah. So I'm,
Alright,
So
this-
before the public knew any of these Google searches,
Sure.
they kept that like close to the vest until
Yeah.
they got her statement.
Oh, yeah.
So Russell told detectives that she was taken by a man who came out of the trees when she stopped to check on the
Damn
child,
tree men.
put her in a car and in an 18-wheel truck, blindfolded her and held her at his home where a woman fed her cheese crackers and played with her hair.
Oh, this was Large Marge. This was Large Marge. And her
Then
husband,
she claims
Large Bill.
at some point she was able to escape, but then was put in another vehicle and
Thank God I had them cheese crackers.
and was held again for a few, for however many hours it was, because I think she was 49 hours total, and then was able to escape again.
Was she
right?
tortured at all?
Now, between this time, she said that
What kind
her-
of were they Cheez-Its or were they...
they were like straight up like Lance cheese crackers.
Oh, the
which,
nabs?
which,
Nabs.
Later, we find out you can see her purchasing those said cheese crackers at like a Dollar General or
So
something.
she's not lying. She's not lying.
she's not creative.
No.
She just look around.
there's
like,
cameras
"Fed me,
everywhere.
It's like my
Like-
daughter. It's like my daughter when I'm like, what do you want to name this? We make a little clay doll. I'm like, what do you want to name him? She looks around. She's like, I want to name him Daddy Clock Table. I'm like, all right, Daddy Clock Table.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So when she came back, she had like freshly painted nails. I think they said she was like quote unquote disheveled and like missing some articles of clothing, but she had on socks. And then
Well,
she
at
had
least rub some dirt on her face and take a sock off.
she had like $150 or something in her sock. And then like the people were like, what? So these kidnappers painted your nails and put cash in your sock kind of thing? So
They're
then
weird
she was like
kidnappers.
in hiding for,
Yeah.
when this all came out, the Google searches and all this and all the different videos of her buying the cheese crackers and such. And just yesterday, she finally had her lawyer have a press conference admitting that she made the whole
Wait,
thing
she
up.
didn't do it? She had him do it?
She had the lawyer do
Oh,
it. That's
what
smart.
a pussy.
I would not go out there. People are asking
No,
for...
you got it. The only way to make people, like, you got to go out there and face it, right? It's the only road back. The only road back to redemption is to go out there.
You gotta hide forever. I'd hide forever.
No, you can't hide forever.
Hide forever.
Yeah, I think she can.
You think so?
She hid for 49 hours.
Yeah, because at this point, you can't face the music. It's too embarrassing to admit that you wasted all these people's time.
This
and
is a
be
fave
over-
lady, right?
So the running,
Crazy.
the running theory, and it seems like the math is math in here. Just before this all went down, her boyfriend broke up with her, and she was desperately trying to get him back. And so
I know what I'll do.
Out
I'll
of
make like I kidnap a child.
Listen, as soon as she went quote unquote missing, he made this like heartfelt post about how much he loves her and he needs all this help to get her back.
Well, then it worked.
It did. It did.
All worth it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She's a genius.
I mean, you could say that if her goal, hold on, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but if her goal was to get back, let's say Jerry, and Jerry now is like, you know what, I was wrong. I love you, baby. Take me back. And they're back together now. I mean, even though she has to weather this storm,
if she never left her phone there and she just ditched her phone and then came back and told this story and somehow did not get caught, it may have worked and they may have lived happily ever after.
Whoa, did he go back now on it, or is he?
Well, so after she confessed and everything, he wiped his hands of her. He's deleted everything about her on all of his social media, even past photos, and he was like, listen, I want nothing to do with her, but you guys should stop bullying her online. She's obviously going through a mental crisis.
Oh.
So he's being nice about it.
He does sound like a pretty adult and mature young man.
But now he's got like 50,000 female followers because all the girls are like, oh, he's so sweet.
Now, let's say that she doesn't have like a serious history of mental illness or like, you know what I'm saying? There's like a
Sometimes
regular...
that happens where people are just, it's their one time
They snap.
break.
She 100% did not think it was going to get this much attention, I don't think. And she even said, she's like, I didn't realize it was going to go this far.
It started spiraling out of control.
She was just going to disappear for a couple days. You remember when you're a kid, you're like, I'm going to run away.
Yeah. It was like immature,
was that, yes.
like I want to get attention.
But why choose
It's kind of like a suicide attempt
baby
if you're not
thing?
really...
Why choose the baby thing?
Good explanation on why you're pulling over. I don't know.
Because you want to look like you're a concerned citizen, and then something happened with you. I don't know.
It's also like a
she didn't think this out, really.
No.
I mean, obviously, she didn't think the fact that the police would search her phone and her search history.
I don't know why she left her phone. I guess because she, like, when she resurfaced, she could have her phone back. But it's like, girl, you got to just get a new phone.
No, but the
phone.
phone.
They track it.
Yeah, the phone there, though, is one of the only things that sold it as an authentic story. If there's no phone there, then you don't think she's in peril.
Right.
But, like, you think of somebody running after a toddler, oh, my God, and then the phone is there, you're like, oh, wow, she left her phone.
Well, also, nowadays, you could track where people are using their phone. So maybe she at least knew that. But then why didn't she know?
Google on a burner phone, you idiot.
Yeah.
Why am I helping this lady?
Yeah, don't help her.
She probably forgot.
She gone girled herself.
She may have forgot she even Googled that stuff. Like some people, before she had this whole plan set about, it may have been like a thought a while ago, and she just, started seeding the thought, the things she searched, and she never even thought that or remembered.
Dude, if people
Googling
went through my search history, I don't even know what they would think.
No, mine's pretty basic. You'll just see gray raft, gray raft, gray raft, gray raft.
Mine is all over the place.
Mine's massage.
So this has happened
Christie
before,
Canyon.
where people have faked their
Oh
abductions.
yeah. There was a
So it's
famous
a
one a
thing.
couple of years ago too, where the lady said she was kidnapped by, I think she said like two black men, as it typically
It's always
is,
black
right?
guys. Yeah, it's always black guys.
But this one, Carlee, she actually said it was an old balding man with red hair. And
Nice.
I don't know if she actually gave a
Hold on, that's Dirty
description to
Jim.
the-
That's Jim Colbert. Jim Colbert.
Or what about the old Smollett or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, where you make up this elaborate story and then people.
Well,
It's
that
a
was for
thing.
attention. This one, I
Yeah.
think, was specifically
for
the
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
Although you
want that attention, though. You want it to be found. Like, you wanted people to care for you, right?
Sure.
Like,
isn't it a crime, though?
Oh, yeah, it
is.
is.
She going to be charged?
That's what the investigation that they're
should
still
be,
going through of what she can be charged with.
She should be charged. I mean, you're really monkeying up the system.
Now, technically, calling 911 of the false report,
yes,
right?
that's number one.
Yeah.
She can definitely get charged
Get
for
her
it.
on that.
Other than that, really, just disappearing is, as an adult, you are
That's your prerogative.
allowed to do.
Except that when you give the police a statement, a falsified statement
After,
saying
yes,
that you were
right.
abducted.
Yeah.
Right.
But
If she never said that, she could have maybe just got away with the 911 call charge.
What if I just disappeared one day after
Yes.
work, right? And then
You do that every day.
and then Crystal, like after 48 hours, or like you have
Are
to
you
wait.
crazy? After about 6 hours, I'd get a text.
Well, I'm saying you can't even. The police won't even start looking for you until like 48 hours or something, right? So after that amount of time, like they start looking for me. Then there's a search. Everybody's like, "This is not what you know." So there's a tremendous amount of resources being spent trying to look for me. And then I just show back up, and it'd be like, I just had to take off for a week to get my mind right.
You're not charged with anything on that.
Then it's fine.
No, because what they're gonna do
I can't
is
leave.
You're allowed
them.
to disappear.
Yeah.
What if I leave, like, I cut my hand, leave some blood on my truck?
Doesn't matter.
If I make it look suspicious.
You
Well,
didn't
did
call
you-
911 and say
Did you call 911?
No.
I think you're good.
I left blood in my truck. I left my underwear.
Shove between the seat.
Like, I made it look real.
You put your underwear on the seat with blood all over the underwear.
Like, what if I wrote a note that said "help"? But none of that is illegal, right?
No. But I do think that if you did that in a way to show concern, like if you wrote help in blood on a piece of paper, put it in your truck, and then we call the cops and it becomes this big thing, I think that's what they're going to debate in court. Look, he was obviously trying to get the police to find, that's the...
Well, what would be even the crime? Staging or some sort of fraud?
Yeah.
I don't know, like staging fraud.
It'd be a falsifying something like that.
But
I
it's
don't
like
know, that's
you're
kinda
legally allowed to write
gray
help
area.
in blood in your own truck and leave it unlocked.
I don't think there's a crime
Yeah,
there.
you are, but my point is they're going
I know,
to, the attorney's just going to argue it and try to get you, that's where it becomes the thing where you need a mow, where you need somebody in there that's going to go in there and argue well for you, Because it is one of those things where, you should totally be allowed to do that. It's a free country. You should be allowed to do whatever you want to do as long as you're not hurting other people.
When this chick is, like, once she starts seeing, I guess maybe she didn't even see it on the internet because her phone was gone.
I think she had a burner phone.
Oh, okay. Once you're on the burner phone, you start seeing this.
Which is what I'm saying. Why didn't you Google on the burner phone?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Once you start, I imagine her sitting there in some hotel she paid cash for, right?
Yeah, she's freaking out.
Got away with it.
And then you're freaking out. Then you're trying to figure out a way out.
Yeah.
What's the way out?
You can never go back. What Sam said. You can never return. You have to change your whole.
Okay. You have
to change your whole identity. You have to be okay with just literally
leaving that life behind.
Leaving that life behind, going somewhere else, and just starting anew with a new name, last name, fake security number.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
I would say. So say I did this to try to get my boyfriend back, right? And then I realized that
who's your boyfriend? I need details of
well,
the scenario.
it's a sweet gentleman that
Is it me?
showed concern. But and then this all blows up, and I'm sitting in my hotel room. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be in big trouble for this, right? I think my statement would be I got out of the car because I thought I saw a toddler, right?
Sure.
And then I tripped. Fell, hit my head.
Yes,
Follow me here.
yes.
Then I got disoriented.
Yes,
and then
I'm with you.
I started wandering through the woods.
Ripped your wig off.
Well, yeah. I wandered through the woods. Then I got dehydrated. Then
It's too long.
memory loss. No,
Lock him up.
And
But
then
you have to have your phone with you because I'm telling you, if you have any of those Google searches, this is going to go nowhere.
Too long.
No, my lawyer could say I was just interested on true crime. I think
this
me
is
and
the time.
Mo could figure out a lie.
I think this is what I would do. It'd be no lie, and it would be me up there, and I'd say, I did this because I love this person, and they're breaking up with me, and I obviously need help.
Yeah. Yes.
And I am going to counseling now.
Okay.
Because no one should be broken up with and do something like this. I am very sorry. Hopefully, when you hear from me again, I will have corrected this. Good night, America.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I do something like that.
I hate admitting the truth. It's so embarrassing. Because
But I think it feels good, though, to just walk out there and
I
just
like building the lie.
Look, I think a lot of people could understand with the feeling of being broken up with and wanting
People
to do
have
something
done
crazy.
extreme things when they've been dumped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But this
yeah.
is
Like my favorite of these videos, and it's in my algorithm on TikTok, might be in yours. My favorite are, and traditionally they are
throwing
like
tantrums.
beautiful black women
Yeah.
throwing tantrums and they're very spicy.
Bust up the
Sometimes
car.
Puerto Rican women, they're smashing the window, they're
Yeah.
stabbing themselves in the face with a pin. They're punching their own boobs and crying. They're using their nails to scratch their own face, and it's not sane behavior. But man, is it funny seeing people, come back to me, baby, and they're just like, people get. I mean, have you guys ever?
I wonder if the cops.
I'm like that. I'm an emotional person, not like that, but like my emotions get to a point where they can bubble over. You know.
I'd like to talk to the cops to see, because it's like an adult being abducted like in a random Alabama town seems like something
Oh,
they
you're gonna get into
don't-
muddy waters.
No,
here.
no, but just doesn't happen.
It does.
As much as the cops, like, I wonder how
It
much.
happens more than the cops know, because a lot of the times the cops don't search for these women, and that's another reason why people are so upset about it.
That
Because here's a woman who faked being abducted when this type of stuff happens all the time, and they don't even waste the resources on trying to find these women.
Yeah, like
because they're
when
either they're in sex work, or maybe
lot
they're
of
a
them
drug
are.
addict, or maybe just
Well, to your point, and what
don't
you're
have the
saying,
funds to do
remember
I'm
that
saying
guy-
this wasn't the scenario where she was like
No.
she was just a quote unquote normal person with a job and a family.
But
and
to
then,
like
you know.
Sam's point,
Yeah, but-
what people are mad about, I guess, with this in the waste of resources is like there was that one guy, that serial killer, that had been killing those sex workers and wrapping them in burlap, and the moms and the family members of those women had to literally stay on the police at all times to get them to even barely investigate it. And they're rolling out the red carpet for this say that's why people get angry about it.
Yeah, and when in those situations, I realize that the police are more familiar with. I'm just saying, when this situation seems like a unique situation for the cops to come across, where they probably were suspicious from the start.
Yeah,
where
I
they
think
were
so
like,
too.
well, random. Adults that are not involved
'Cause they
in
knew
any
that she
sex
pulled
work
over,
or
right, right.
runaway. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
just
get
like
what you're saying.
It's like pulled over and then disappeared with no other trace, and then like the
I can
you
give
know.
you a lot of podcasts to listen to with those cases.
Well, that's why there's podcasts about them, because they're rare. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
No,
Oh,
I
there's
they're-
a million
they're-
podcasts about million cases. They're not rare. There's a whole documentary on HBO about women of color in D.C. in Atlanta that get no play at all, and literally citizens have to go out and search for these people and try and get information
But
because
I
the
think-
cops
Well,
won't.
I didn't know it was a woman of color. I didn't know it was bringing any sort of race into it.
No, you're
I was
talking about just lady pulls over side of road, leaves phone, door open, goes missing, abducted.
I've said that's rare.
It is.
But, maybe
Okay,
it's not.
You guys know more than me. In
no,
true
no.
crime, then.
Does that
No,
happen
it's
all the
not,
time?
It's not an argument about it. It's like, yeah, there are cases that
I can't
don't-
believe that happens
What
all the
he's
time.
arguing.
What's rare to you, I guess, is my question.
I mean, something that doesn't happen all the time? Like,
Well, we're arguing
once a week?
You
Does
guys
that happen
are-
once a week?
You're arguing the wrong thing. What she's saying is correct, and what he's saying is correct as well. The case of a regular lady who's talking to the police, following a toddler, and opens her door and then mysteriously is abducted is extremely rare. That doesn't happen. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a thing where they're not going to get another one of those.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's
I
what
get,
I'm saying,
I
yeah.
get what you're saying.
Well,
and
I was
what
just
she's
saying
saying
they're
is correct
suspicious.
as well. There are plenty of sex workers, young women and men, but mostly young women that go missing in big cities, Atlanta, Chicago, all the time, and then the families have to
Yeah,
work
I
really
agree.
hard to get. But they're two
100%.
separate
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
They're completely
Yeah, I
different
understand
things.
what you're saying, but I'm also disagreeing with what you're saying, because it does happen to quote unquote regular normal people that aren't sex workers or drug addicts or people of color or whatever. It happens all the time.
It
where people-
does?
Well, so I would argue. with
I don't
you-
think it does.
Well, hold on. I would argue with this because I think we're on the wrong thing. He's saying that woman pulls over, chasing toddler, door open, leaves phone is a very rare thing to happen. I will also agree with him and argue that
that
doesn't
specific
happen.
case, sure.
Right, that's what he's saying though.
Yeah,
He's saying that this type of like
The
you get a call to
evidence is extremely
Yeah,
rare.
they
The
were-
cops probably were like, well,
this isn't
this
normal,
doesn't make
right.
any sense. The most likely thing that happened is this lady probably is crazy
That's
and
just
took
a
off.
dangerous way to think, though, because it does happen. And then when people say stuff like that, then it just, in my opinion, it makes it, people think it's not that important. It's not important to search for these people. And that's why people are upset.
Well, I can see people getting upset, but if I were a cop and I got a call and they're like, hey, we got a call. We got a missing lady out on I-4. She was driving. She said she saw a toddler. Her phone's there. The car's there. The door's open, and she's abducted. I'd be like, something. That's what you're saying, right? This is weird.
They add up.
Yeah, this isn't a normal.
It's not something that we come across at all. Like, the missing sex worker happens a lot. Like they're missing. People reported missing. When's the last? Oh, she's been in and out of homelessness or whatever. It's like that. Yes, I agree. That's a huge problem. And then the police are like, they're so overwhelmed with that they like don't take it seriously or whatever. I'm just saying that I wonder how the police even handled it. Did they do a search party? Like, did they organize a woods search?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how much resources they'd even put into it in the 48 hours or however long she was missing? You know what I'm saying? Did they even? Was it a tremendous amount? Was there a helicopter looking, or they were like, I bet she'll turn up? Like,
no, they raised a ton of money, and they had a lot of people out there searching for them, and she used a ton of taxpayer money.
Yeah, so they actually put together search parties and things. Okay. Yeah, that's what that was my original question. How much resources did they put into finding her? And I wonder if the police were suspicious the whole time of like, this doesn't add up at all.
I think they were initially in full belief until they saw the information on the phone.
Yeah, and I think it also becomes like one of those like almost like like you mentioned it earlier, like the Jussie case where it's like there's two cases going on. It's like you have a case going on because we don't know what's happening here, so we have to address this as an actual kidnapping and missing person case, and then behind the scenes we have like these grizzled, like hard-boiled cops that are like, this isn't adding up, so we have to like play
weird
it a
behavior.
It is weird.
Out of a human behavior, I'm sure they see a lot of the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like over and over.
Well, they do see patterns, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And we have detective friends that have told us that before.
Yeah,
that
it's always the husband. It's like, the wife is dead and the house is like, what'd you do, buddy?
I wonder who, and this is where
sometimes it's not.
This is where I start to think about this case that Sam's bringing up, which is entirely interesting. You mentioned Jussie Smollett. Like, I think of these, and I'm like, which one out of all the cases, and there's been tons of them that are hoaxes, which is the one that rang up the biggest bill globally, nationally? Who wasted? Because I remember that poor Chicago police captain, I think on the Jussie Smollett case, how mad he was when he stood up there in front of that podium and he was just like going off about it. Like, I wonder who is wasted.
Hold on.
The most.
I got a theory, and Sam could probably back me up. And this is not the actual person, but maybe the person's family that was trying to cover it up that caused a bunch of waste of resources. But the guy who killed his girlfriend in the national park, and then I forgot the name of
Gabby Petito.
Yeah, Petito.
And then so it seems like the family knew that kid killed himself in the woods, or
100p.
And then they just didn't say anything, and then all the resources to try to find that guy, because it was such national news.
Now, do you still have?
Well, people have asked for them to have charges against them as well, because especially after that letter came out, where she basically like confessed like she was in love with her son. It was a bizarre note.
Yeah. It's just
the whole burn after
and things that were in the note kind of alluded to the fact that they knew that he had killed her originally too. That they already knew. And they even helped him come back.
Yeah, it's that one.
But so people want charges against them.
You got to put that one in there too,
because that was a tremendous amount of.
They were like aiding and abetting him.
Dog the bounty hunter was flying around a plane.
Well, I like that. I always support when you get all the characters come out of the woodwork. I always support that.
Wasn't he just in town?
Yeah, riding around in he
got a scooter.
He has the scooter the three of us wanted to buy.
He has health problems.
He has the scooter we have. Well, I think he's very tall. And when you're very tall, is he?
I don't know.
I thought he was. Or maybe it's just.
I never thought he was a tall dude.
Maybe he just has that illusion. Maybe he's just that illusion. Everybody's very tall to me. But he can't walk anymore.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he should be able to walk.
He's 5'7".
You know what? He's tiny boy. You know what I heard? I heard that his joints are messed up because you can't walk in eagle boots on lava rock. You can't walk in eagle boots on lava rock without messing up your joints.
What was another giant hoax? The
Balloon Boy.
Yes.
Balloon-
Someone just said in there.
Oh, I thought you said that. Yes. Balloon Boy.
Yeah, but I don't know how much police organizations were involved with that, and more of like the internet just watching.
There
it.
had to be somebody trying to rescue that kid, right?
Did they scramble jets or something?
I don't remember.
I think
I don't
Dog the Bounty
remember.
Hunter was at that one too. I think he was.
That was pre-Dog the Bounty Hunter.
We could leave that open then. We'll leave that open as a challenge to us and the listeners. Like, which one of these? This is a good one though, and I'm surprised I missed. I think I got bits and pieces of it, but I immediately assumed, and I'm okay with always being wrong, but I thought it was just a fame thing. Like, this lady just wanted attention, and I'm so over people doing that.
Casey Anthony. I mean,
Yeah.
remember
that's a big one.
I mean, she knew what
She knew the deal.
where
Yeah.
the body was the whole time, and then all this.
She claims she didn't, though. And she got, she did not, got not guilty. So.
Well, her own
I don't
testimony
even know what
in
we're supposed
court
to say there, right?
was.
I know. I'm like, I was gonna say innocent, and then I was like, no, that's not right.
I was following with you, and I'm like, I don't know what we're supposed to say.
But
there.
wasn't the story their daughter drowned in the pool? She freaked out and then put it and faked the kidnapping.
Basically, or somebody did.
Yeah,
No,
Her dad?
in the docuseries or whatever.
It's
I
her dad.
didn't watch it, but yeah, he took the baby, right, and just was like, I'll handle it, and supposedly didn't tell her anything,
Right.
and she didn't know if she was still alive or not. It's
But I know what you're.
I can't
you're,
even bring
yeah.
myself to watch
I
that
thought in
thing.
the court case that Jose Baez
during the
was-
trial, yeah.
during the
Right.
trial,
During the
they,
trial,
they were
yes.
arguing this happened. So technically, during the trial, they were trying to admit that she knew and then just didn't say anything. That was a tremendous waste of research.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how big that case was and how many people were searching. I mean,
Yeah.
So
that was
That's
the
a-
balloon
that's a
boy,
big
the
one.
National Guard helicopters, and local police pursued the balloon. So that's
okay.
You
Yeah.
got the National Guard out
That's
there.
a
Yeah,
big
with a
one.
helicopter, you fire that thing off. Like,
Yeah.
that's hundreds of dollars an hour.
Oh, you know what I just thought of? Related, unrelated. Remember when Taco Bell put the big target in the middle of the sea for the satellite to hit? And if the satellite hit the target, we'd all get free tacos?
Yeah. That's when.
We need more of that.
Also, that's
Did they just leave the target and let it float into the ocean to kill a whale? Or did they go back out there and get the target out of the ocean?
that's a tell that no one understands how big the ocean is,
Right.
and then how a tiny satellite hitting a target in the entire
You're talking to me. You
ocean
realize you're talking to me.
is like
I'm right here.
the most
I thought I was going to get them tacos, man. Oh.
statistically insanely
I think I
rare
watched
thing
it
that could ever
live.
happen.
I think I watched it live on dial-up, internet.
Was it even close?
No.
I don't even remember that.
Was it hundreds of miles away?
No, I don't even think it was close.
Was it in a different ocean?
I
mean,
think it was
was
a different ocean.
Did
Or
they-
maybe it hit the land. Maybe it hit land.
No, it didn't hit the land.
I don't think it came anywhere near.
Yeah. I
But
mean, it's just so gigantic. We can't even understand how big
The ocean?
Yeah, especially the Pacific Ocean.
You know what I think about
Huge.
sometimes? Sometimes I think about when I'm on a cruise ship, like the boat's going, when you finally get out to sea and you 360 degrees, you can walk the boat and you can look around the boat and you see no land.
Yeah.
It's literally just ocean. And sometimes I think, what if, as this boat's going along, the ocean just opened up and the boat went straight down to hell?
Oh my
Now
God.
you believe in hell?
No!
Unlocked a new fear.
No, I don't. But I just think, what if the ocean just whoop and opened up and the boat just whoop? Right
Why
down?
would that happen?
I don't know.
I guess if you were over the Bermuda Triangle and the bubbles came up
Yeah.
and then it creates a non-buoyant ocean and that could sink it.
You know,
Yeah,
Mick
people
Mars.
think that's happened.
I read an article with Mick Mars, the guitarist, formerly guitarist of Motley Crue, and he says that's what he's coming in for a landing. He looks real bad, and his joints are all mangled, and he can barely walk. And he wants to be cremated and stuck in the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, I guess you could just go out there in a boat and spread your ashes.
That's what he wants people to do. He wants his ashes spread in the Bermuda Triangle.
But you got to go to the dead center, right? Because it's a huge area.
Yeah, I've been through
technically.
it before on a cruise ship.
Yeah. It's a gigantic. It's right off the Florida coast too.
We should do a live show from. Can your boat get us to the Bermuda Triangle?
Oh, yeah, I can get you there.
All right,
Yeah,
Sam,
yeah,
you
yeah.
coming?
Hell no.
we got GPS, you can get anywhere.
Yeah, you can.
Straight and through the storms.
Yeah, right through the storms in a ski boat.
Although our cell phones will stop working like probably half a mile out of you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we'll start Google Maps won't work.
Why
and
don't
then
they
we'll
do
be
any
stuck.
coverage on the oceans? I've been begging for it.
Yeah, we
Come
need
on,
some
T-Mobile, get it together.
need some sort of satellite phone.
We get a Starlink.
Yeah.
We can get a Starlink for I can order one.
How much
They're so expensive.
is a satellite phone right now, Sam? Look it up.
Get a Starlink so we can do anything. We can do internet.
Like internet, satellite.
Yeah, don't just get phone. This guy's an
Phone.
old man. He wants a phone. No, get the internet. Get a Starlink internet thing. We could just
Yeah.
get our own internet and do anything we want.
Yeah. Worldwide, it works anywhere in the world.
That's
right?
the dream for a lot of like entrepreneurs is to get your little Starlink satellite and get your little camper or whatever, and then you can work. You drive your office around.
Yeah. I don't
So we're
think.
gonna get scooters and satellite phones. Is that
Yeah,
where we're
Yeah,
going?
yeah. We're gonna
Yeah,
put the
definitely.
satellite on the scooter.
Okay.
What's a satellite phone cost nowadays?
Let's see.
What's the market
Anywhere
price?
between. I mean, the cheapest you can get a mini
You might want a mini.
for like $400.
Oh, two of them. Get two of them.
400.
Three, and one for everybody.
And that works anywhere in the world.
I'll have to check, but I'm just looking at my shopping Google search here. Most of them are between $800 and $1,500.
I wonder what the monthly
Oh, it's big.
cost.
Big. It's like $1,000 a month.
Yeah. Because that's where they get you probably, right? Whereas the monthly fees to connect to the satellite, right? Or my XM radio or whatever connects to that. I
Do you still have it?
No, hell no.
I still have it.
I think this is mostly for like hiking. This one.
No, that's an emergency. No, we want to be able to broadcast. Look up Starlink satellite.
Because
What a Starlink is.
you know who had it? The guy, I forgot his name, from Delos. He creates
those guys are living the dream.
influencers, sailboat
He has
influencer.
a satellite. Yeah.
But he's got the system where like he gets worldwide satellite anywhere, but it's a big dome thing. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what
big,
I want, yeah.
No,
It's
but
like
I think you can get a handheld phone that's the same thing.
No, I want it so we can broadcast.
Yeah, but I think you could get a handheld that will allow you to get internet.
All right.
Because it's just like getting a.
Oh, okay. I got it.
All
It's $2,500 for the satellite, and then $250 a month.
Okay, for the phone. So
yeah.
$2,500 for the phone, $250 a month.
We could put the satellite on my car because they make a thing that mounts it on the back. We could do the show from the car while it drives anywhere in the world.
Well, most places have Wi-Fi anyway.
Not reliable. It's not reliable.
Yeah. But I mean, I just drive a little
Ask
bit.
Dr. Phillips about our Twitch feed. Ask Dr. Phillips about our Twitch
I
feed
guess
and
that's not
their
bad.
reliable internet. I'm just saying. You want your own. You want to be controlling your own. You don't want to be using anybody else's Wi-Fi.
Well, you could just get a boost. I'm sure there's cheaper ways, but
I don't
maybe
know.
out in the middle of the ocean
never
or the
seen it
desert,
reliable,
or,
ever.
like the middle of the woods. Like anything like cruise ships, airplanes. They have like
Cruise ship Wi-Fi is so horrible. Do you know how hard it is to diddle yourself in the room when your wife goes out to the casino on dial-up or their Wi-Fi? Because it's still just 5G. Can't even do a video. You got to like
It
pause
worked
it
pretty
and let it
well.
roll. You got to pause it and let the status bar load up.
I think you're also talking about 6 years ago. I think times have changed. Like I think it's better now. I really do.
I can't wait to go.
I think that we have way better technology than we even had 6 years ago. I do that old man thing.
There's a
lot too.
cheaper one, $850, $150 a month.
All right, that's anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
All right, I like that. But that's not bad.
It really isn't.
Like why wouldn't anybody?
If you worked
who are-
remotely, do that.
Well, I'm just saying if you were like going in a dangerous situation or like I'm guessing all the people that cross the oceans on a sailboat by themselves or with small crews, they have that, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah. They have some way. I mean, I know
Yeah.
they all have like there's emergency buttons
Like beacons, yeah.
that are way cheaper that I know most like sailboats and things have. Like you hit the button and then it
I think if I were taking my family on an RV trip, like if we were going to live in the RV and do like, some families are doing like, we're doing 3 months across the North America, I'd get a satellite. Why not? Just in case. Because
think about all the times.
what if you
people
had an
have been
emergency and you
trapped-
wanted to...
I really should get one for our hiking. Because a lot of times
Well,
there
you
is
can get
no
the
cell
lit-
phone. Yeah,
like,
that's
you
what I'm
can get the
saying.
little-
handheld
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, and there's I think cheaper emergency. You press a button and then it alerts the authorities that there's an emergency with a GPS tracker.
Yep.
That's way cheaper, right?
Yeah, there
Like,
are
to
handheld,
call
smaller ones
and
yeah.
have conversations. Are probably how big are they? The size of a normal phone?
You know,
Are
I
they
don't know.
Big bricks.
I haven't seen them in a minute. I would imagine they've gotten small. You know, I remember at one
like
time.
regular smartphone, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Like they don't need to be a big brick.
Although I do
anymore.
like the big brick. Because it kind of, like, I'm an old guy, right? So I see it. I'm like, oh, that's quality right there. That's well made.
Girthy.
Yeah, I'm like a thick boy Starlink. Give me the big. Because, like, everything. I mean, yeah, I'm built for looking at that sort of stuff and being triggered by it. Like, if I go to your house and you still have a big satellite dish, I'm like, this guy's rich when I see it. Like, I'm just, that's how, because I'm old.
You have an intercom system. You're like, you can talk to people in different rooms.
I've liked that. I used to love the intercom system. I use the Alexa now. You do that, right?
Yeah.
Where like different parts of your house, you just like drop in. You'd use the drop in feature.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as good as the intercom.
Well, you have to go up to the intercom and push a button.
Yeah, but it's like it's cool though. It works every time.
I could drop into my son's bedroom.
I always drop into the wrong one
right now. And I've never done it before because there's no reason to. But I was trying to explain to my sons that I'm like, when I was in the 90s, because I was trying to explain to them how amazing it is that Alexa controls like the lights in the house and all this stuff, like it's voice activated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they take it for granted. I'm doing an old man thing.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
I'm like, Bill Gates paid $1 billion for this when he's building his house.
And now
back in
you
the
got
90s.
it and you take it for granted.
Yeah. Because remember when he built that smart house and it was the most expensive house in America, and all it was a house controlled by Alexa. Open
same
his
thing.
blinds. It's like it's the same basic technology we all have now for nothing.
I'm okay with a remote though. I'm very much a remote man. It's like I'm fine not having to talk. I think that comes from us talking so much. Like when I get home, if I have my choice between talking to Alexa or just grabbing the remote and quietly hitting the button, I'll just hit the button.
Yeah, but the voice activated is so much better. It's much easier.
I would argue it's not so much easier. One button versus 7 words, the button is easier.
But I could control it anywhere just with my voice.
Not
I
necessarily.
turn on the lights, turn off the lights.
But it's not foolproof. In my house, if I say, if I talk to one Alexa, the way our house is designed, it might grab Maisie's in her bedroom. It might grab mine in my bedroom, just the way the sound bounces.
Yeah, but it's the voice is the
No,
remote
it's not.
control.
No,
What is this,
the
the
remote,
80s?
No, I think the remote. There's a reason that people like.
You have to go and find the remote.
No, I know where the remote is. I don't lose things.
Or it's your phone is the remote.
My phone is the remote. Yeah, so like
I can understand that, but
I got a button right here. I just go to my Harmony button. I click that, and it turns on the TV. That's to me way better than voice activated anything. In the Tesla, Alexa, it's just like it's cumbersome, and it doesn't always work. If it worked like all the time, I'd be like, all right, this is good, but it doesn't work all the time.
The lights seem the most used. Like I never use it for TV.
No,
I don't use it for. It's really just the lights.
Your wife uses the memo feature a lot.
Oh yeah.
You ever use the memo feature,
Reminders.
Sam?
Yeah,
I don't really do that.
Like
timers, I'll do timer and lights.
I don't even hardly ever use a timer.
Like our Alexa will remind me to take out the trash on trash days and like all the basic stuff.
Right.
I mean that's convenient.
Or you get a package. You'll get an alert. I hate that. Stop doing that.
What is that?
You don't get that on your
No.
like you get a package, you get an Amazon package, it'll turn yellow and let you know you have a package. I hate that.
No, like it'll let you know you received the package at the door.
Yeah,
is it through the email?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, it's got to be through the email, right?
Well, I mean, they take the picture and then they put it there, and they have to like opt in, and then my Alexa will be like, "You have a package."
Oh, I don't have that.
That's convenient. Like
I hate it because I forget to turn it off, and there's just blinking yellow the whole time. I'm like, God damn it!
Package.
Yeah, I'm just like, I get it. I don't like Andrea ordered. I didn't order that package. That's why I'm not down there getting it. And I don't bring in other people's packages. Does that make me a bad person?
Yes.
What do you mean?
If my wife orders a package, it's her package. If it comes to the door, I don't bring it in. If the porch pirates,
you walk right past it.
Right past it. I'll
Wait,
step right,
I'll
step right over it like a dead body.
So it's yours.
Not my package.
It's your household package.
Porch pirates, come get it.
Come
get it.
Then you send your wife all the way down.
I don't send her nothing. I don't even tell her it's there. If she finds it, she
Alexa
finds
will
it.
tell her.
Yeah, I don't tell her. It's her
Well,
package.
that's
You're
crazy.
missing the beginning. It's her package. I didn't order it. Now, if it's my package, I'll go down and get it.
You're the same as Carlee. You'll pull a Carlee one day.
I will.
Yeah.
And then when you're,
I will.
And then I'll
Sam
tell
will
the
be
cops.
telling you about it.
I'll tell the cops. I'm like, he's lying. I know. It's crazy. All right. We'll be right back.
What's up, Vets? Hey, how you doing, buddy? No, you're good. No, we're done. We finished the segment. We're good. Where's this go?
Tuesday 1 and 2. And whenever you have a chance, can you check how long segment 3 was? I think it's 20.
It is 20.
Okay.
What's Gucci, Sam?
Hello.
What it do, y'all?
Good
I
to
like
see
your
you,
shirt.
man.
You was well. What's poppin'? Uh-oh, lighting. Pull up.
Yeah, well, we switched some things around a little bit. We added another one to see how things are looking, and I think we finally got it
Yeah.
pretty darn good.
Close up, look.
Pretty darn good. Let me move. Oh, that's not good. Why'd I move that? There we go.
I just got back from Comicon today.
All right on.
yeah?
Oh, you'll be
Who'd you see?
fresh with stuff. to
Ain't
talk-
nobody there. I mean, it's people. It's people this year. It ain't
Oh.
like superstars because of the strike and shit.
Oh,
Gotcha.
right.
Yep, that makes
So
sense.
it's
Yeah, the panels got shut down. I heard
Damn,
that.
did you get at least discount tickets then?
Nah, I got in free. I'm a part
Oh,
of the
media.
panel. But yeah,
Nice.
it was. I definitely got enough to talk about. What I did was I brought some subjects. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
want to dictate nothing, but I
No,
brought
dictate, please.
I brought a list of nerdy news type of things.
I love it.
And a couple questions to pose to y'all if you
Hell
want to
yeah.
interject. But I ain't trying to drive the bus.
Oh,
So
man,
fast.
please drive it. I'm sick. I'm driving it. We're
Are you
both,
sick?
Yeah, no, it's sick of driving the bus.
Okay.
No, I'm healthy. I'm not sick. I shouldn't have said that because that'll freak people out.
Not
Hey,
me.
come into our tiny room. I'm sick.
I'm a germ guy.
That's what
Cool
we
with
did with, I remember, I'm so glad that we're sort of out of that, but I still sometimes with COVID,
Yeah.
you still get that feeling of my handshakes are all still fucked up. My
Nah.
hugs are all still weird.
I had COVID 3 times, so I feel
God
like if I
damn.
get it again, like COVID and me got a relationship.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like
are
we
tight.
cool.
I got it once.
Sounds
Tom got it
toxic.
twice. You only got it once, right? I got it once. You got,
I got
it
it
once.
once.
Twice for Tom. 3 for you.
3, yeah.
Andrea.
Husband got it once, hospitalized.
Damn.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And he's healthy, lean boy.
Younger
you know,
than
like
me.
he's a young man.
Yeah,
Like-
young whippersnapper.
Yeah,
Little
like a young boy.
young.
He's like a young.
Doesn't act
What
like
is
it,
it's? I feel like he's code signaling. Are you
No,
dating
I
like
just
a late
feel
Bradley High
old.
School?
No, I just
No.
feel old.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah, so
yo,
when I
it's-
see people that look
what-
young,
what
I'm
grade
like,
is he in? You know what I'm saying?
look young too. I'm like, I geek
I
out.
dress-
Graduated.
I
geek
dress
out on
young.
young people. I look at young people. I'm like, oh, it'd be good.
Nah,
I got
nah.
little boy hair today. I come here like a little.
I hope it's yours.
Oh, this is a little boy's hair.
It's nice. It's giving.
Thank you.
It's giving Wally Cleaver. I'm loving it.
That's hilarious. Tom's in there taking a big old stinky poo poo.
man.
Oh, he's not.
Tom, so this is for your sons.
Oh, look, he brought you presents.
What? This guy, take that, EJ. This guy knows how to
Diego.
butter up the coast.
All right. I don't
EJ's
know if-
never brought you anything.
Yeah, that's so. There's a new Spider-Man game coming out this year,
All right.
and this is me
Beautiful.
low key trying to get you to get them that game as a
Okay.
good father, as I know you
All
are.
the other Spider-Man games are.
Yeah.
Pretty damn
So,
good.
This is dope, and there's also a lanyard on the other side too, and a sticker because
Oh.
kids love
Oh,
stickers.
oh, yeah.
Why? Why do that?
I don't
I
know,
love 'em
Brad.
too.
Do you know stickers? The markup on stickers is greater than alcohol. Like you make stickers
It's
for like
true.
13 cents
Yeah.
and sell it for $20. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real. Like
We
it's
should
like
do
the
some
dope
stickers.
of Comic Con.
We should sell stickers.
Well, we give ours away. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
no, we should
Dead
do
ass.
that.
We should tell him.
By the way, ass online. It's
You
like
can say
context,
ass.
right? You can't say it in a sexual
No,
way.
you could. Well, I mean, you can't say,
You can say put it in your
stick it in
ass,
my
yeah.
ass. But you could say like you could say that
All right,
guy's
hold on,
a
let me-
dick. You can't
damn.
say look at my dick.
Right.
You can say.
I know. I remember
that
when we was on
guy's
the radio.
an
We used to be
asshole.
able to. I'm not gonna say it because I'm always like on the fence about it. But like freaking, what's the name? Used to throw the word pussy around so much. We're like, oh, he's such a pussy.
You can say that.
And I'm like, I
You
don't want to
can't
be the
say-
one.
Yeah.
You can call someone a pussy. You
Yeah.
can't talk
You
about
can't say
your
it.
pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be an adjective, not a noun.
Yeah.
If you
Although
understand.
all these rules, we
I don't
don't
think they
think
matter
even matter
anymore.
anymore. Because the whole process of how even these rules are enforced is antiquated and almost nearly impossible for them to even prove that this actually went out on terrestrial radio. Because like you used to just, if you had a recording of it, then that was proof enough to the FCC that it went out. Because like, oh, this random person has recording of it. But now everything is recorded and then released. So on the internet, it's not a fine. It just if it goes out
Got
on
it,
terrestrial,
on the earth.
and then it's like proving that even happened is such a feat now for the FCC to even do. I don't think they even bother.
Right.
And I don't think they even get the complaints anymore because, like, society has
don't even
moved
know-
on past complaining about that because the internet has taken over everybody's attention.
Yeah.
So I don't think moms are like, I heard this on the radio. My kid was
Yeah.
scarred by you saying, like, I don't think that's a thing.
You can't complain to me about your kid hearing something that they said on TikTok, like right before you called me. You know what I'm saying? Like TikTok has got all of the nastiness, and the kids see it. Trust me. Like my small one sees it, and so don't talk to me about the radio.
Are you like? How are you? How old your?
My youngest is 12.
Okay, 12. So 12 is an age where you're right, because I remember when I was 12, I thought I was way more mature. I was, 12 years old, I was already jacking off and everything, right?
Right.
Seventh
Right.
grade.
Seventh grade.
Wow, you way better than me.
Like,
Wow.
right.
I started late. Anyway, go ahead.
No. Well, I'm just saying. What do you know? You're not really as innocent.
You don't know shit.
You don't know.
You
You
think
know.
you know.
Yeah, but you have no idea.
But I'm saying
this is the real life.
I
of
was about
adolescence.
to say.
You know sex. You've seen some.
Well, it
sort
depends
of
on the person, right? Some of us grow up a lot faster than others.
graphic
Yeah.
images at
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. I got
Oh,
tossed.
hell yeah.
I remember when I was 12, a dude showed me a porn mag for the first time, and I didn't think it was real. Like I was like, "There's no way. Like that's a woman. But there's so much hair.
yeah.
Like I didn't think that.
Why is
that's
she
supposed to-
biting that?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
What,
Some
what
of
is
us
that?
like the hair.
That's
man.
a lot. Of,
Some of us are into it. It's in right
but
now.
at the time, I didn't have none, so I was like, "Hold on, man,
Yeah, I
this
know.
isn't the real thing. I haven't seen nothing like that."
My daughter caught me grooming
Man.
over the weekend.
What? Y'all gotta lock some damn
We can
doors.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
that's
We
what
can
you
talk
get
about
for
it Friday. Put that on the Friday list.
That's what you
I
get
gotta
for
write
not
it
picking
down
up an
right
Amazon package.
that actually happened. Forgot about that.
Hell no.
All right.
Ew.
Do you want to start?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Our friend Vince Taylor's here. How you doing?
What's happening? Wakanda forever.
Yeah, man. What's going on? How are
Anyway,
you?
I'm good, man.
You
Just
come
came back.
bearing gifts for Tom's sons.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to be the new daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my real father.
I
like
knew
type
it.
Of, nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Nah. Just jokes, wife.
What do you
unless
show
you wanna
everybody
do it.
what
She'd
you
like
got?
Okay,
Yeah.
you brought me a Spider-Man 2
Darn right.
comic book.
You're darn right.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
this is for promotion of the video game that's coming out.
The video game. Now, see, I just flew in literally like hours ago from San Diego Comicon.
Wow.
I took an exclusive flight just to come and do Tom and Dan.
Yes, you
I was
did.
going to stay there the whole week, but I was like, nah, I got an appointment.
Appreciate that.
And and I was thinking about y'all, so I wanted to bring something back. But that's one of the things that they're using. It's crazy out there right now because there's a strike, it's a bunch of crazy stuff. So it wasn't as popping as I expected it to be. And I do have to say, man, we're in the Orlando area. There's no secret.
Yeah.
We have MegaCon here in Orlando.
Yep.
I put MegaCon up against San Diego Comic-Con right now any day. I'm
Really?
ready to do a battle rap between MegaCon and San Diego Comic-Con. Although I know it was a strike this year, I think that we got it better down here. Plus, we Florida, so we got Florida man down here. So it's always
True.
crazy and stuff.
Are there more celebrities in the San Diego?
Well, not this time. Like you
This
said,
time it
with the
wasn't.
strike.
strike.
Yeah, it was hella striked out, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that there is way too much of, and please don't at me, but the Barbies done took over Comic-Con, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to feel about it.
It's because it came out right when the
I don't know how to
movie
feel
came
about
out.
it though, Sam. I don't know.
It's
I ain't gonna
fine.
lie.
It'll
Like,
go back next year.
listen.
It's already fading. I can see it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's picking up in steam, man. I've
It'll
never
run for a
seen
couple
so
months.
much hot pink at a con in my life. It didn't feel right. I feel like I was stuck inside of a cotton candy bag. And they're so out there about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird. Like, one thing at Comic-Con, we accept the comic culture. You know what I'm saying? So if dudes are showing up in like jerseys and like trying to play sports, we're like, hold on, you're in the wrong place. The stadium's 2 blocks down. So to see the Barbies like pull up, we're like, hold up, bro. Like, it's a new thing for me. At the same time, I recognize that, everybody has the right to nerd out on what they want to. So I don't want to knock the Barbies.
I like that.
Just don't get in front of me of a cross stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
Well, Barbie, I guess you will see more of that. I mean, the only Barbie, I guess, comic vibe that I've ever seen in my house are the Netflix animation films.
The cartoons.
They're
yeah.
okay.
How are they?
They're not okay. I'll give you a real answer. I'll give you an authentic, real answer. They're not bad. They're not going to win any awards. And as a dad, you're not going to love it. But you can sit there with your daughter and comfortably watch it, and it's not going to kill you. It's not terrible.
So you got like a favorite Barbie? Who's your favorite Barbie?
I like the ones. My favorite Barbies, and she's out of that phase. I like the color reveal Barbies. They're coated in some sort of like colored plastic, and it comes in a tube, and you fill the tube with water, and you drop the color reveal Barbie into the tube, and then the tube starts fizzing, and then all
That's
the
pretty cool.
color falls off, and then you have like a girl with crazy hair with and then you don't know her outfit, and she got a whole outfit on, and pretty cool.
Is it a race reveal or is that?
It can be. It can be. But
I got a Mexican Barbie.
There's all different.
Wait
Is
a
Barbie
minute.
Holmes?
Like, we used to get them, and like May had all different kinds of Barbies. Like, she had one Barbie that was my favorite Barbie that was like, I believe, and yes, I'm stereotyping, a thicker Puerto Rican Barbie.
Ow.
It got thicker.
See?
Yeah,
Barbie.
she was a mermaid, and she was thicker with a big mermaid ass.
Ow.
And
You used to take that one with him.
Maisie named her. We still have it. Maisie named all the
Does
other.
this come in life size? Or?
Well, there was Naomi Barbie, then there was Barbie, then this one, for whatever reason, this thicker Puerto Rican mermaid Barbie was named Elbow.
I feel like
It was named Elbow.
That's
Elbow.
what they had it.
No,
as his
Maisie
name?
named it
Oh,
Elbow.
okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
No,
sorry.
Maisie named this particular Barbie.
Oh,
Elbow.
okay, all right. I thought it said elbow on the box.
No, but no.
Look at that. That's some Alibaba
Yeah,
Barbie.
don't sleep on the color reveal Barbies.
But let's give it its due. All right, Barbie did just debut last weekend, okay, and it did end up bringing in the box office over the weekend 155 million, which is a big deal, seeing it's only spent 145 on the production of it, not the promotion, but the production. So it's already over water, and then it went ahead to do about 180 plus internationally. So right now it's all the jazz. It and Oppenheimer owns the weekend. You know what I mean?
Fourth
So,
biggest opening of all time.
And
I mean,
people
it's
were
crazy.
doing
I would
double
never guess this.
features.
This is not. I would not have guessed that Barbie had this undercurrent of a following like this. Yeah,
Well,
I mean
the brand though is so huge.
It's
Also,
iconic.
Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
that part,
Yeah.
and Issa Rae. All right, Issa Rae is like,
Yeah.
she's like the Black Barbie. She's for us, to have her own like outlet and all that. We love
truly,
her.
they did an amazing job with the marketing.
Okay, so you saw it.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I went to go see it. Every single showing sold out the night I was
she
going.
couldn't get in. She had to
So
go
I have to
home.
reschedule
She was
for
all
that.
dressed up.
You're in luck. I brought the bootleg. We good. We don't watch the
All
Barbies
right.
real time. Just
Man,
kidding.
I can't find bootlegs anymore.
Nah.
Big Lou used to sell me all the bootlegs back when you could buy DVDs. I loved it.
Was you one of them people that had like a DVD shelf? You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
you like kept it.
the S.
You made it
Oh,
fancy.
yeah.
I had two. No, they were in S's. You bought them at
Like
Target.
the DNA
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I had two DNA S's,
Yeah.
and I had all of my DVDs in them. And then I bought DVD cases for my bootlegs that I'd buy from Big Lou, and then I put my pornos upside down and backwards on the bottom, so my mom wouldn't find them.
You ain't never leave one in the DVD
No,
player on
never,
accident.
never,
Yeah, okay.
never.
You can't just clear the history of your VCR.
No, sir.
There have been previous Barbie TV shows or
Yeah,
movies
true,
or
true.
cartoons, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
made for TV.
Animated.
stuff,
Yeah, Maisie's watched them all.
But never a live action
Not that I know
of.
Barbie before. Now, so Barbie's personality has been established through
She's kind.
the cartoons.
She's kind.
Okay, but is she an airhead?
No.
Is she rich?
No.
Is it like a valley girl?
She's rich, but it's never talked about. She is rich. She's kind. She loves animals and treats people with respect and kindness.
She's like naive to the. She's
no,
like
she
a good at
is
heart. She
in the-
can't.
in the
Like Tom's like,
animated-
is she the Barbie that I envisioned?
in
like,
the
is she,
animated- I don't know,
is she a
I'm asking.
ditzy?
I'm telling you, in the animated thing, she is rich, but it's not talked about. It's just like she's Barbie, and she has anything at her disposal. She has any car, any vehicle. She has everything in the world.
Yeah.
She's kind-hearted, loves animals, treats people with respect. She's very, very smart. She can be anything she wants to be. She can be a veterinarian to doctor to supermodel.
And there's nothing sexual about her
No.
whatsoever. Like there's no.
Well, she's
What
pretty.
the
I mean,
hell
she's
are you
pretty.
talking about? It's a child's doll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
where
pretty.
is your brain
She's
right
attractive.
now?
That's it. That's where it stops. Attractive.
Let's leave that mentality.
Well, I'm asking.
Well, how thick was Barbie?
No,
Was she shiny? Was she oiled
She doesn't
up?
even have
What
genitalia.
cup was she?
I'm asking because, like, even the old G.I. Joe cartoons from the 80s.
Were
and, like, there's
sexy.
a different time. No, Duke was a little, like,
He's
he
a
was
little horny.
He was
He's
hitting
getting
on
hot
the-
and bothered over here.
You know, like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
told me.
Did you ever look at Duke's pecs? Like, how could you not?
You understood that he at least liked women. That's what I'm saying. Does Barbie have, like, is she attracted to Ken sexually
I mean,
at all?
It's not.
No, no, but
it
There
never
was
goes that
never,
far.
yeah, it never
There's
goes
this
that
one
far.
scene in the movie where Barbie's on the couch in front of like 6 black dudes.
I've
See
seen
that one. That lady's a police officer.
You know what I'm mad about? I've only seen the meme. I've tried to search for the video, can't find it.
Oh
All right, I'll
my
talk to you.
God.
I'll talk to you over the next break. I got you.
I'm like, what are you know, I see the meme. I'm like, what's that video? And then all I get when I search is the meme. I'm like, stupid Google.
You're in luck, my friend. I screen recorded and put it in my favorites,
Yeah,
so I will do you a
To
favor.
answer your question, it never goes that far, and it's very harmless. It's very much like Archie with Betty and Veronica. You know, it is implied that they are dating, or that maybe at some point they have a romance, but it never goes that far.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's sort of the romance part. I don't mean that, like, she's advertly sexual
Right,
anyway.
right.
I know it's a kid's thing, but there's, like, she expresses interest in Ken in more of a boyfriend-girlfriend type. I would like to hug you, maybe
Yes.
Pop kiss you.
Yeah,
one day.
hold your hand.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
your hand.
I would
Okay,
love to hold your
all right.
hand.
I don't even know if they ever kissed.
I think you're thinking of Sex in the City. This
No,
is a
no, no,
completely different production.
I'm not familiar with the Barbie
Yeah,
I'm not
brand
either.
at
I'm gonna
all.
keep it real.
Sam's right. I don't believe that even though it is implied.
It's kind of unspoken, yeah.
Yeah, it's an unspoken sort of assumption that Barbie and Ken are either very good friends, have dated, will date, are dating,
Yeah.
but they don't kiss,
Like
they don't.
plutonic friendship more than.
Yeah.
Did you just
Yeah,
say
with benefits.
plutonic?
No,
Yes, plutonic. Yeah, it's a friendship from Pluto. But now the only way you're gonna get me to see Barbie is if she ends up with, like, you know, shape shifting capabilities, or, you know, lightsabers,
Yeah.
or can
Not
swing from a
nerdy.
building.
According to the Barbie lore, Ken originally was introduced as Barbie's boyfriend, but he often is portrayed as a quote-unquote best friend, which indicates he doesn't have to be a love interest.
They put
Okay.
Ken in the friend zone, and he's not even real.
They did.
That's messed up, but he is a Ken, though, man. I thought that was pretty cool. There's some other things going on right now. I don't know if y'all are into it, but y'all strike me as the type that watched, like, the 90s X-Men cartoons.
Yes.
You know, so Deadpool 3 has been a big deal. They keep leaking these photos, and I don't know if y'all seen it, but they finally have released the photos all over the place since I've been here last of Logan, Wolverine, in his yellow mustard suit from the X-Men cartoons. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see that
I
or
did
not.
see it. I also saw the meme where they took the strings of them flipping and they pulled them all the way up to Mia Khalifa's mouth. And I fell out of my office chair and howled.
Oh, why is that a big deal? Is because he's never been in the yellow.
Right.
It really, for blurs and
Yes.
nerds, when you
Correct.
see Wolverine in that iconic X-Men yellow suit,
Mm-hmm.
even I did it. I looked at it a little bit. It's got that X Factor vibe to it. It's like,
yes.
like it does take you back to, like, the 90s
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of X-Men cartoon gimmick. And I don't, that was when they would all kind of don like an X-Men. They all kind of looked uniform, right?
Yeah. Well, in the first movie, the Fox-based movie, they were all in black suits, and there was an alluding by Cyclops, Scott Summers. He's like, Wolverine's like, well, why are we all in this black spandex? He's like, what do you want, like yellow spandex? And so for them to now, like almost 30 years later, and also it should be of note that we've seen multiple Supermans, right? We've seen multiple Spider-Men, multiple Batmans, multiple plenty of superheroes, but Wolverine is one of the only ones who has been consistent since his creation cinematically. You know what I'm saying? There's been, you can't think of nobody but Hugh Jackman when you think about that. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I will tell you right now, one of the reasons why I never bag on Logan is because, as a guy that I crap on a lot of these movies for that same reason of all the different universes and this guy and that guy, now that guy's playing it, now that guy's playing it.
Right.
I like the fact that they do that, and I think you should let it die with him.
Well,
I think
mean,
he's Wolverine, and you got to kill it with him.
Well, I mean, that kind of did. Well, I don't want to spoil it. Sound like y'all, you know what I'm saying, up to date, but there's some of that existing in the universe. But I mean, think of it like this, Tommy, because you seem to be a little confused by the excitement.
Yeah. I'm confused by everything.
I said Mia Khalifa,
like,
and he's
man,
off
what-
his thoughts.
So you a wrestling guy, right? Like you did wrestling, right?
No.
Not really. No. All right.
Nothing of joy.
Okay, all right. You like, all right. I'm trying to think.
Hard work, is that what
sports?
we're
Sports.
talking about?
Oh, God.
Okay, well, think about it like this. Think about-
Gambling. You got anything with
Gambling.
gambling?
I can't do gambling. All right. Let me not go there. All right. Say if you're a wrestling fan and you
Yep.
like, say, the Undertaker,
Yep.
right? But they start making movies based on the Undertaker, but they have him dressed up in a 3-piece suit instead of with like the fedora, with the bone, with the long hair and all of that.
Oh.
And then finally, after years and years, they finally put him in the actual outfit that he used to brandish on the way out to the mat. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what's happening with the Wolverine. It's like, this is the dude that we knew, but they never gave it to us on screen. So now we get to see him. It's a little funny because you get to see like all of the little memes of him, like, oh, he looks like mustard, and oh, he looks like different cheese.
No, but it was the look.
Is
like
this a
you-
new Wolverine movie, or is this
No,
him? He's in
Deadpool
Deadpool.
3.
This is
You
Deadpool.
gotta listen at some point.
No,
Tom.
well, because you
He's
started
got his
talking about
notes here.
you started talking about
He
Deadpool.
started the sentence with Deadpool.
And then
Okay.
the Wolverine, I didn't know Wolverine was in Deadpool.
Okay.
I didn't even know it was the same thing,
Nice.
universe or whatever.
That's why I'm here, my friend.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Deadpool has a movie coming out in the next year or so, depending on the strikes and whatnot. And in the movie, he's basically reviving classic X-Men. He has Wolverine from the first X-Men movie, Jean Grey from the first X-Men movie. There have been some talks about some other characters from the first X-Men movie. So one thing about blurs, especially nerds, like when we get a little older, we're hella nostalgic, right? Like they capitalize on that. And so I think that's what they're doing with this movie
Yeah.
is they got this coming out.
Is it the same actress playing Jean Grey?
It is,
Okay.
which is controversial because some folks is like, man, come on, bro, we need to move on. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, yo, she's doing
I
her
have
thing.
always liked it though when you had like I don't know
Well,
like
did-
I like Tobey Maguire and I know I get a lot of heat for that because
I'm with you.
I did because that's my personality. I did Spider-Man,
Yeah.
so I watched them all,
How
and
was
then
he?
so when they went to reboot it, right, and they're like, oh, we're doing Spider-Man again, I was like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I've already done. And I
Your
know
heart
that's
belongs to a
weird,
Spider-Man.
but no, I'm just like I did that. I did Spider-Man.
I
have
know
my-
the story.
Yeah,
I don't need to
have my
watch it.
Spider-Man, so now and give me something new,
Man.
so my Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr.
Of course. It's everybody's
So
fault.
I don't know, like, could you ever see them changing that?
They're going to have to, unfortunately. Now, in the comics, they do a smart thing. They change them to different people. So,
But the tech is the same, and then it
the
continues
tech
the
is same.
folklore. and-
The new Iron Man in the comics is a young girl named Riri Williams, a young teenage black woman who gets her tech from Stark Tech. But she has an MIT brain. She's actually was in Wakanda Forever, so she's not like RDJ. She's a playboy.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my daughter actually cosplayed as her like years ago, so we excited about that. But at the same time, it is just nice to see characters get their just due. Another thing that's happened, I don't know if y'all are into animated series or not, but one of the most noteworthy animated series that just re-released is this series called Invincible.
Yes.
All right, and
Dude,
if you're
that's my jam.
so Robert Kirkland is the creator of Invincible, and like this joint is like it's the closest thing to the baddest competition for anime. Bad, not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. All right, you know what I'm saying?
It's the most intense cartoon I've ever watched
It's
in my life.
ridiculous.
man.
I really would love to hear what Tommy. I know Tommy ain't never gonna
I
watch.
told you
know
to
what I'm
watch
saying?
this, dude. I told
know
you this
he's
is
not.
the one that the last episode of the first season. I watched it here, and I sat at the computer just like, because the train ride.
Oh my God!
And I'm
Yo,
like, oh,
it's nuts.
yeah. And I sat here for like a solid 2 minutes to get my breath. I was also mega high, but I was like, wow.
Oh, my God.
I'm
But
like,
there's a prequel
Did me
out
and you
right
just
now,
become
right?
best friends?
I had to
Yeah.
put a drink
Yeah.
on my head. I was cooling
This is
myself.
a cartoon, right?
But it is it's not for kids.
Well, first of all, I'm glad you said that because cartoons have evolved almost in a sense that, there's different ways to categorize things. So some people think of cartoon as like a way of referring to it as a for children. And so they like to adopt the
That's
word
Tom.
animated series.
Yeah.
Sounds a little less childish.
It's a passive aggressive way for bullying. Everything I say has a little bit of bullying.
Okay, well
I'm like, you like that? See, I just said you like that. I said it in a
or he'll
bullying
do this.
way.
I'm like, I like Invincible. He'll say, of course you do.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. bullying. It's bullying a little
Well,
bit.
just imagine this. Imagine you're the baddest, like you're a badass hero from another world, all right? And and you come to Earth and you have a child with an Earthling. And your child has your powers, but now as he gets mature, he's got to fight you. You know what I'm saying? And you're like this badass dude from another Adventuremite. That's what I think of. Like,
It's
you
brutal.
got sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Like,
hit you.
One of them had powers, and you had to fight them because they thought they was getting too big to take out the trash.
Yeah, but I had the ultimate powers, and I had a baby with a Earthling.
Yeah.
So my
You watered
kids,
your power.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you
yeah.
watered your power down.
They should
a little
only have half the powers, right?
bit. You have to watch the show. You got to
But-
watch the show.
But you don't know. Maybe
gotta watch the
maybe
show.
combining y'all DNA as an Earthling with the Ventremite makes
Yeah.
you even stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe it had nothing to do with just the power of your strength to begin with. Maybe it was the heart.
Or
that you had.
maybe you just found out this whole time you just been a punk ass dude.
Well, hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's like, Vince, hold on. If you had a baby with Sam, it's not going to
Yes.
be darker than you.
I tan very well.
I'll tell you what,
I
let's
don't think
test
you
that.
can, can it?
I'll watch.
Can you do that?
I will watch.
Well, is that even possible?
We gotta experiment.
I don't even know. Is that possible?
I volunteer
Well,
to
I-
help Vince and Sam have a baby.
But
All
we
right, I'll tell you
need
what.
5 more white
I will jump
I have a
on.
surrogate.
I will jump on that couch while you guys are soaking.
Oh wow! Okay, all right, cool. How much I'll get paid for that? Nah, yeah, I'm here for that. But nah, that's kind of what that is, man.
So, Vince,
looking forward to it.
tell me before
You gotta watch
go.
Invincible though, dude. It's so good.
Okay, where is it at? Where
It's
can
on
I watch
Amazon
it?
Prime.
Okay, Amazon
But
Prime.
not with the
Or-
boys
And there's a
around.
new prequel that just came out that's like a short movie. It's like 55 minutes.
Okay.
You sitting out with my boys, like they've seen
Oh,
some, like
this
how
is-
bad
No,
is it?
dude, you can't show these to
straight
your boys.
disgusting. I mean, like
Yeah,
the
this-
death,
It's-
all death.
It's brutal
Bro,
for me.
It's
I can't.
it's not for kids.
Really?
That's why I'm like, yeah. There's
It's-
actually, if I could spoil one thing
Yeah, sure.
without being too crass, there's one of the guys in this he can like duplicate himself, and he has a scene where he goes into the shower and he kind of has his way with all of himself. You know what I'm saying?
okay, all
It's
right.
nuts.
It gets
Okay,
a little,
all right.
So that's like
twisted weird.
that's why we're like, you say cartoon.
I can't even
I
explain
wouldn't
it.
recommend it to my
Okay,
Sunday
yeah,
school.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you'll
I mean-
feel a certain way when you're done with it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you wash your face.
You
I
gotta
washed
shower.
my face after Invincible.
I washed my face. Well, if that's what it takes to get you to wash your face, it's all
Yeah.
to the good.
So Vince, tell
Sir.
me about this new video game,
Sure.
Spider-Man 2. This coming
Sure,
out.
sure,
So
sure.
is it on all the different platforms? Like
It's a PS exclusive.
Okay.
All right, so you're only gonna get it on PlayStation unless you're a real good bootlegger with discs. And yeah, it's just dope. It has the Peter Parker and Miles Morales,
That's
and
so
in this
cool.
one they actually introduce the black suit Spider-Man with the symbiote. All right, I'm going real deep on the nerd stuff, but if you know what Venom is, then Venom comes from a symbiotic suit, and he's in this cart. See, you gotta be saying cartoon, bro. I'm out, man. It ain't even. It's a video game. It ain't even like. How influential are you? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how
Like
I-
he is seeped into my brain
that
space.
I bully and censor you.
He does this to me every day. He just told me nobody ever gets abducted.
Yeah. I do whatever. I leak in some words that then make you.
You
use
are a
like
symbiote symbiote. And you get on us and you start
yeah,
you know,
you are our symbiote. Yeah, not a good one either. But
Is this open world where?
Nah.
No. Okay.
it's not open world. It's a one player game if I'm not mistaken. I think
Like
there
a
might
side
be
scroll type thing?
side scroll. No, it's a traditional play the game, beat the game, come back, play it
Yeah.
again. Time, there's time.
I think you have missions and you go
Yeah,
around,
you
and
know,
it's like an
and
open
now, don't get me wrong.
sandbox.
It is
of-
open world
yeah.
in a sense where there's a world to explore, but it's not like open world where you can log in and hey, I'm at the shop. Come meet me
Yeah.
over here at the shop type thing.
It's
like
not
it's
really
a
like a
one-player game.
Minecraft. It's more of like Killer Croc is at the bridge.
Right,
Go,
right,
You know,
right,
get him.
right.
But I was thinking like a Grand Theft Auto where you could play,
It's a little
you could
like
do
that.
the missions,
It's like that.
or you could just swing around town.
That- it's like that.
It's like that without the interactivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I'll punch a hooker right
Plenty of hookers in
damn.
Spider-Man.
I was
Yes.
saying that's on the video game.
That's the one
I didn't
thing-
make that up. It's on there.
I
And
refuse
people do it.
to play Spider-Man.
What'd
if
you
there's
do
no
on your
hookers.
game? I did something with a hooker in my car, and then I killed her to get my money back.
There was some webbing involved. I don't want to get into it. It's a whole
He
thing.
wanted to get GTA 5 for his sons, and they're 8 and 9.
They just wanted it, and I was like, "Can I get it? I don't know."
So he gave it to him. He's
Like,
like,
how
"Here."
bad is it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Their little one, the
I wish
little
I had
one,
known.
Max, he's playing his first run through as Trevor.
So
wow,
horrifying.
bro,
Vince,
you are dad of the year.
we don't have that much time.
Sure.
You have some shows coming up?
Yeah, I'm this weekend. I'm at the Corner with Bonkers
Nice.
Friday night and Saturday night. All right, so come check me out. Headlining that, of course, the New Blurred Order, where we recently had the producer of the Boondocks on. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the
Nice.
Boondocks,
Oh, yeah, man.
who gives us the story behind Booty Butt Cheeks, the song, and the Booty Warrior and Thug and Love and all of that. So yeah, check your boy out. Know the real Vince Taylor on all social media and at New Blurred Order.
Yeah.
For all nerd things.
Go
Awesome.
subscribe to New Blurred
Holla at
Order.
your boy, yeah.
Put that in your ears and learn a little something
Absolutely.
and prepare for the next time that Vince pops by.
And damn, man, me and you got to, you know what I'm saying, touch the sky one of these days, you know what I'm saying, and watch one of these things.
What is that? Is that drugs?
Hey, that's exactly what
It's your back
I was
medicine.
trying to be subtle about it, you know what I'm
I
saying?
like drugs, my brother.
I want to touch the sky.
I'm hemp.
Take your back medicine, Tom.
All right. We will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Good job, man.
Thanks,
you as
bro. I
always.
appreciate it, man.
That was really fun.
Sorry, I get in here and start sweat. I'm a sweater.
Well, we got a lot of lights.
I know we got the lights, and
I tried to avoid it. You see,
tried
I
to
brought like a
adjust-
whole system.
I tried to adjust that too, and I tried to put a little more air on you and crank it down.
It's not even y'all. It's me.
I do it too.
It's
I when
probably
I
my-
perform on stage, like
Yeah.
anytime that he and I host, I don't know what it is, and obviously I'm more comfortable
It's
here
probably
because it's my house.
nerves and-
But well, just
Yeah.
getting fired up, like I can see it in you. You're like, I'm get prepared, because
Yeah.
you don't just sit down, you present, and I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that about
yeah,
you. That's
yeah,
what
I'm
you're a performer.
Yeah,
And so you go into performer mode, and you
you
run.
get-
It's probably
you get
very
really
good for you.
hot.
I bet your resting heart rate's really low. Seriously, because drummers do that. Like I'm a drummer,
Oh, you
and
drum?
my
Okay.
resting heart rate is there's a study about it. My resting heart rate's disgusting. It's like 48, 49.
It sounds like it's not good.
But I'm not healthy. But
can't
but
tell.
it's just from rhythm or something. It's just like
Y'all
your body
y'all
gets
take
into
care of
it.
yourselves, man. That's cool.
We're trying.
Well, gentlemen, it's a pleasure.
Thanks for
I'll
being
hit
here,
you up
man.
for maybe
Thank-
another visit. if it's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, 100%, man.
All right.
Always a pleasure seeing you,
you so
man.
much.
Where's this good, Sam?
Appreciate you, man.
For the
Get
gift, yeah, 100%.
That'll be tonight. That'll air tonight.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
tonight?
Tonight.
Okay, I'll put the word out. Tag me in the reel or
You
even
got it.
invite me if you want to collab. I'll accept the collab.
I'll put it in
Okay,
there.
cool, awesome. Yeah, anytime you ever want to come in, just
Yep, just let us know.
It's easy to talk shit with you.
Oh, the chat says they love you.
Take care, brother.
See you, man. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't even get to all of his topics. He had a
I know.
shit ton of
We
things to
should
do.
have. I told you we should have done them 1 and 2. Then we wouldn't have gotten an argument about abductions.
Yeah, yeah. I just no. I
Always listen to me. Why don't you just
choose
listen
the
to me?
wrong thing.
The old abduction.
I'm sorry.
argument.
Golly.
I was like,
You knew Vince was gonna have information.
super
He just came back
entertaining
from Comic-Con
new stuff, or me arguing about
in
statistics.
circles about statistics you don't know about.
I love arguing about stuff I
I
don't
know.
about.
It infuriates me. God,
Because sometimes I feel bad. Like, okay,
you never feel bad.
you're right. Oh, liar.
We know. You just said you hated telling the truth earlier.
Oh.
Don't spit it out.
I always
You can't wait till I take a big drink and then say I'm a liar.
because the last time Vince came in, I was like, oh, we'll probably do 20-minute segments. So I didn't want to go and like think he's gonna be 40, and then this is how
You gotta stop
overthink-
overthinking.
And
Yeah,
then
man.
and then I'm like, what else you got, Vince? We got 10 more minutes, and he's like, I don't know, that's it. And then I'm like, oh shit, I made him feel bad because he now thinks they should have done more.
No, he had more.
No, I know, but that's what I was. If we
I
planned
get
for
it.
a 40,
Yeah, no, I know what
and
you're
he
saying.
planned for 20,
Yeah,
and then I was like,
you gotta get you know what? When you start doing that, just look at me and be like, I'm overthinking it. And I'll be like, hey, can you do this?
Well,
oh, he's back.
we're
He's
not
back.
recording.
He's back. Yeah,
yeah.
make
Yeah,
yourself
go
at
ahead.
home, man. All right.
Are we doing any more, or are we just doing intros?
just intros.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, I'll bid you.